Yo, 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 what is going on, Knicks fans? Welcome back to Knicks Media. My name is Richie, and in today's video, I need to talk about this report that came out from ESPN's Brian Windhorst a few days ago on his podcast, saying that Julius Randle is, quote, extraordinarily tradable because of his salary based off where the Knicks are right now. We're going to get into the article and basically break down what he had to say about this. Now, I've been very consistent with my take on Julius Randle for years, including heading into the season. Where do you guys stand with this report and this news from Brian Windhorst, who is definitely plugged in with the NBA? He would not say these things if he didn't actually know something, but also my theory is he's looking at it from his own GM perspective rather than knowing what the Knicks are going to be doing with Julius Randle, because the reality of the situation is Randle is under contract with the Knicks heading into the season, and they did not extend him yet, and he was eligible to get extended this month, last month of August. So we shall see. Have to give a big shout out to BetUS Sportsbook for powering today's show. We're going to get into BetUS later on in the video, but I have to give them a big shout out. 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits, folks. Link in the description, up to $2,000. Now, before we go any further, I want to get into the article, okay? Now, Bleacher Report wrote an article about this, really highlighting everything we need to know about Brian Windhorst. He says, Knicks Julius Randle is tradable with $29 million. So let's really go into this. Julius Randle could be out of his way in New York. During Monday's episode of the Hoop Collective's ESPN, Brian Windhorst reported that Randle's reasonable salary makes him a movable piece and that the team still has other assets to make another splashy transaction. Quote, this is Brian Windhorst's words. Because of that $29 million salary, he's extraordinarily tradable. Windhorst said the Knicks still have a couple of first-round picks that they can move. Randle is entering the final year of his current contract, although he does have a $31 million player option for 25-26. Windhorst noted this and said that Randle could be a candidate for a much more significant deal. His value, if he is 100%, is more than that, Windhorst said. There is no reason why he is playing at the top of his game, why he shouldn't seriously consider opting out of that. He is eligible for a 4-year, $181 million extension, but that may be a steep price for the Knicks to pay. New York is currently set to pay hefty contracts to Brunson, Anunoby, and Bridges is inching closer towards needing a deal. The Knicks are a better team with Randle in the fold, as he averaged 24 points, 9.2 rebounds, 5 assists in 46 games. He is a 3-time All-Star. We know all this. However, keeping him beyond 24-25 could be daunting, and redistributing his value into multiple multiple areas on the team could be good for next season and beyond. So this is the same conversation that Knicks fans have been having all offseason. Do the New York Knicks try to trade Randle at the deadline this year because they know that they're not going to be able to afford extending him? Or do you keep him and try to go all in for the championship? This is how I look at it. This is how I look at it, folks. I may be in the minority here. So hear me out, Knicks fans, and let me know your thoughts in the comments if you didn't already. This Knicks team is so loaded, and I'm not worried about the future right now. This is my first time as a Knicks fan. I'm not thinking of holding on to draft picks for the future, having cap flexibility for the future. This Knicks team is built to win a championship right now. Therefore, I am totally content with running it with this team and keeping Julius Randle for this entire season with the risk of him opting out of his contract and leaving in free agency and the Knicks getting nothing in return. That's how I look at it. The Knicks are a better basketball team with Julius Randle, and I will stand on that. I know some Knicks fans will be like, oh, Richie, last year, Randle was hurt, and we still the second seed, and we still went to the second round. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, we would have won more than 50 games with Randle healthy. We would have probably went to the Eastern Conference Finals with Julius Randle if he was healthy. This is a better basketball team with him. He's an all-star. He's the second primary scorer of this team. So I understand that his contract is tradable, and it could work out financially, but the Knicks are ready to go win a championship, folks, which is why I rather them just take the risk of not getting anything in return from Julius Randle in a trade and go run it with this team to go win it all. That's how I look at it. Let me know how you feel about that, Knicks fans, because am I the only one that sees an actual championship on the horizon here? Now, of course, the championship is not easy to do. The Knicks got to have a lot of luck in terms of health, number one. We have to be able to, beat up on the Boston Celtics, who are the defending reigning champions, and all that stuff. Now, speaking of championships, let's get into the championship odds on BetUS, because I am doubling down on my take of the New York Knicks and their championship aspirations. On BetUS Sportsbook, folks, you guys can get a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. The number one online sportsbook in the industry, all right? They got a fast 24/7 customer service, and they also got a fast 24-hour payout option. So it is the world's online sportsbook, and you see what the New York Knicks odds are right here to win the NBA title. It's at plus 850. Okay, it is at plus 850 for the New York Knicks to win the NBA title. That is the 1, 2, 3. They're tied for the 4th best odds to win it all. They are tied for the 4th best odds to win the whole thing. Okay, so if you put $50 in the Knicks to win the championship, you cash out at $425. That's what I'm doing right now. Now, I'm dreaming big. I am dreaming big right now. I get it. But you should too, Knicks fans, which is why I believe the New York Knicks should not be trading Julius Randle, because this is their time to go after an NBA title. If the Knicks win a championship and then Randle opts out of his contract to get paid, I'm not going to complain. I don't think Knicks fans would complain either. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks, because this is a very interesting topic. The reality is it'll be really, really hard for this Knicks team to be able to afford an extension of Julius Randle. Okay? It's going to be very, very difficult for this Knicks team to go out there and give him that contract that he's eligible for. Because, like the article mentioned, we're going to have to pay Bridges soon. And we heard a rumor that Bridges is going to be taking a pay cut, just like Jalen Brunson did. And by the way, that pay cut that Jalen Brunson took is helping out this Knicks team financially for the long run. But at the same time, we paid OG the highest contract in Knicks history. We extended Brunson, which is, by the way, he took a pay cut, but still not cheap. We still got to pay Bridges. So I don't know how we can fit Julius Randle on the books for the long run. In a perfect world, we can extend Randle, we can extend Bridges, we can extend Josh Hart eventually if he's still playing at a high level. But this is where the business really kicks in. So I'm going to double down and say I personally think the Knicks would be not smart to trade Julius Randle just to get assets for the future, when if you keep Randle on this team, it gives you the best chance to win the whole thing this season. This is the first time I can say as a Knicks fan that there's a realistic chance here to be one of the league's best. I mean, we have the fourth best odds to win the whole thing. That right there should tell you that it is a possibility, folks. It is a real possibility. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, folks. Hit the like button. My name is Richie, and I cannot wait for Knicks basketball to be back. Finally, shout out to BetUS for powering today's show. Link in the description. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, let's go Knicks. Peace out, folks.